Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are waiting on one more participant and then we will convene the meeting. If you just bear with us, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today's date is Thursday, June 12th, 2025. The time is now 5:35 p.m. and this meeting will come to order. This is a special meeting of the Mayor and Council of the Town of Forest Heights, Maryland. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Councilwoman McDonald. Councilmember Little. Councilmember Brownson. Councilman Kennedy. Councilmember Hines. Council President Noble.
Here.
Mayor Lilly.
Present.
Mr. Mayor, at this particular point in time, we do not have a quorum.
I see we have one individual who joined. I can't confirm who that is, the Samsung device. Do we know who that is, or can we find out?
And Councilmember Little is here. I wasn't able to unmute in time. My apologies.
No problem. Thank you. That may or may not be Ms. Mile, a resident.
I see. Just a moment. Okay, Madam Clerk, could you call the roll once more, please?
Yes, sir. Councilmember McDonald? I'll come back. She may have not been able to come off mute yet. Councilmember Little?
Present.
Councilmember Brownson? Councilmember Kennedy? Councilmember Hines? Council President Noble?
Here.
Councilmember McDonald?
Here.
Mayor Lilly?
Present.
Mr. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we will have a moment of silence. Thank you. Next, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
For which it
for which it
stands,
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God, indivisible,
indivisible, with
with
liberty,
liberty and justice for
justice
all.
for all.
Next, we'll have approval of the main agenda. Is there a motion to approve the main agenda?
I make a motion that we approve the main agenda.
Is there a second?
A second.
It has been moved and seconded that we approve tonight's main agenda. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Okay, hearing none, the ayes have it and the agenda is adopted. Next, we have legislation for action. Tonight, we're discussing Resolution 30-25, which is a resolution authorizing the mayor, council president, and other council members to execute the participation agreement for the Maryland State Pension System, Maryland State Retirement Pension System, MSRPS, and generally relating to employee pensions and benefits. I move that we adopt Resolution 30-25.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that we adopt Resolution 30-25. Discussion. Resolution 30-25 concerns moving our employees and law enforcement officers into the Maryland State Retirement and Pension System. This item first came on the agenda over a year ago when the town elected to begin the actuarial process, or the process by which the insurance companies determine what the costs would be for our staff to enter into this program. The reason for beginning that process is that currently, or in past years, employees had a 457 plan, which is not a pension or retirement. It's more of a deferred compensation plan. And we've experienced issues with retaining employees as well as hiring highly qualified new employees to help us move Forest Heights mission forward. So over the last 13 to 15 months, we've been going through several steps in the process to evaluate what the costs would be, what the benefits are, and to decide about moving forward. And so at this point, we have the pros and we've evaluated some of the challenges as well. And the main pros of adopting the state retirement system for our employees is, one, it's managed by the state, which reduces the administrative burden on our staff. It also reduces the chances that it will be mismanaged or that paperwork will not be filed correctly. So it helps us to streamline our operations in the town, which also contributes to cost savings because staff members have been performing that function in the past. It also allows our employees to earn credit for time they've worked in other municipalities, or if they go to another municipality after working with us, towards their retirement benefits. And lastly, helps us to retain valuable employees. As we know, we're not the only municipality. We have other local jurisdictions, large and small. Most are in this system. And so this will help us to recruit more employees for some of the critical roles we have so that we can serve the residents better. At this time, is there any discussion from council on Resolution 30-25? Council President Noble.
Yes, I guess my question is, one, with why are we voting, or why do we need to vote tonight? Secondly, did we push back to let the state know that we meet next Wednesday? Because right now we're at a fraction of a quorum. I mean, we have a quorum, but the information, I guess I just want to know, did we have a discussion with the state to say that the council meets next Wednesday? And can we wait until we take a vote when we will have a full body?
Thank you for the question, Council President. I open it up to Mr. Jackson, Town Administrator, or to Mr. O'Connor on communication with the state on our meeting this week versus next week.
Sure, Mr.
Go ahead.
I'll go to Mr. Jackson, then he can tag to you, Mr. O'Connor.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure we will say the same thing, Mayor Lilly. We did have discussions with the state, Madam President. The state moved the timeline sooner than originally anticipated. We were notified by the state on the 6th that they will be voting. They will be convening ahead of our June 18th meeting, which moved our timeline to this week. They informed us that the required documents executing the agreement and also the documentation for all members who wish to participate or to decline in the state system would be needed by this Friday, by tomorrow, Friday the 13th. So this is why we're meeting this week.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Council President.
Yes, I'm sorry. And forgive me, I thought we had initiated the process to begin at the, maybe not the last meeting, but the meeting before that, when we went over what money we had, when the next payment will be due and things like that. Did we not move forward to the next phase after that discussion or not?
We did, Council President Noble. Well, we are in phase 6 of 7, which is to execute the agreement. In phase 7, which is the last phase, we will receive our final actuary number and our final payment, which will not begin until fiscal year 2027 or December of 2026.
Okay, so you have something with numbers now or no?
We have the preliminary actuaries, which you voted on in April.
Right.
And you approved. We will receive our final actuary, our final numbers sometime this fall, which should be a reduction because there are 2 employees who was included in the first actuary that are no longer here.
And when will this plan be effective?
July 1st.
Next
Of
month.
this year. Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Is there any further discussion on Resolution 30-25? All right, hearing none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Little,
Yes.
Councilmember McDonald,
Yes.
Council President Noble,
Yes.
Mayor Lilly.
Yes.
The vote has been unanimous. The motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we will have public period. This is a time when members of the public can address the mayor and council. We ask that you state your name and your address. All speakers are given 2 minutes, and we may answer any questions if we can now, and if not, we can provide an answer at a later date from the appropriate department head or official. Is there anyone who wishes to speak during public period at this time?
I would like to speak.
All right. Good evening, Ms. McCutcheon. Give me just a moment. All right, Ms. McCutcheon, you have 2 minutes. If you could just state your name and address for the record.
Sure, my name is Andrea McCutcheon and I live on Seneca Drive. I just like to say that I noticed the special meeting was called, and on the notice I received, it said that there had been a public hearing regarding the retirement on the June 2nd meeting. And I only know that there was a public meeting that you attempted to hold regarding the annexation, I guess it's called. So, and I noticed the authority you used for the meeting was an administrative authority under a section for having, say like if you have a tow or something like that and someone wants to dispute it, then they ask for an administrative hearing, which this is not. So that was my concern, that I didn't, I thought this was discussed as a resolution on the last meeting. It definitely wasn't a public hearing. And that, if that's required, if you can tell me when that happened, I'd like the information on it. And I guess that's about all I have to say.
Yes, thank you, Ms. McCutcheon. No, there was no public hearing for this legislation. It was on the agenda previously, but no hearing is required. The hearing that we held most recently was related to an annexation matter, which is separate. But thank you for your comments and for sharing this evening. All right. If there's no further comment or discussion, the time is now 5:50 and this meeting is adjourned. We'll next see you on Wednesday, June 18th for our regularly scheduled town meeting, which begins at 8 p.m.